Welcome to On the Rocks with
Doolin, Dalton,
and the Songbird. This is the Songbird here. It's my week. I have to say, every time I listen to the Doolin Dalton Desperado reprise, I never get tired of it. Really, never get tired of it. Grammys were last night.
Yeah, were they last night?
Yep.
I thought they were like in the around noon. I saw a video on YouTube that was like Grammy performance, and it was like posted the day before.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of live streams going on. And a bunch of stuff, it seems like.
One of the artists that we really enjoy is an artist called Her, and she won 2 Grammys last night. So I thought I'd play a Her song. This next song is called "Hold On" by Her, and congrats on the Grammys. Whoops. All right, congrats on the Grammys. This song is "Hold On." Moving right along, we got another Grammy performer, one of my favorite bands at the moment.
Poppy?
No. This is the Black Pumas. They had a fantastic performance at the Grammys. The dude had this Fender hollow body, and he did this awesome spin thing, and it was just insane. So
some James Brown type beat.
This is the Black Pumas with "Know You Better" live at Seaboys. So that was the Black Pumas, "Know You Better." Just recently, a band got brought back into my rotation, and this is some early Fleetwood Mac.
Is it the baby?
No, it's early Fleetwood Mac. So here's "Oh Well" Part 1. We're just gonna play Part 1, so dig it. Hey, so we got a little block of Creedence. So those 2 songs were from the 1970 album Cosmos Factory. Very solid album. Recommend it heavily. Next album, 1970, was a good year for music because the folk...
Bro, pause it. Kyle does not know how to pause music on here.
I completely forgot that you queued a song, and I was like, already had a thing prepared. Okay, so Dalton, I'm going to restart this song for you, Dalton.
Thank you.
So this is Dalton's song.
No, you can do your thing.
No, I'll do it after.
No, it's your show. You can do it.
Dude, no, just listen to your song.
Okay,
so after this song, after Dalton's amazing song that he recommended to me, 1970 was a good year for music because the same year, Creedence released Cosmos Factory. Yusuf Cat Stevens released T for Tillerman, like heavily influential in like the folk rock kind of scene. Like, he's phenomenal, and so I'm going to be playing 2 songs for there. But this next song is from the Devin Townsend Project. Is this Pete Townsend's kid?
no.
Okay.
Not.
I was just wondering. Okay.
They're spelled differently.
Why did you recommend this song?
It's Pete Townshend, right? And then Pete, and that's...
Dude,
That's Townsend.
No, it's
Who? Townsend,
dude.
I'm pretty sure they're spelled differently.
They probably are.
Man,
I'm like 99% sure they're both...
Okay, why did you recommend this song?
Because Devin Townsend, I've been listening to his music nonstop lately. He's got a bunch of different genres that he does, and Liam and I were talking about it the other day, and I recommended him this song because it goes hard about midway through. It's a pretty short song.
Okay. Well,
I had to triple check. There's no profanities in it.
It's 3:20, dude. It's not like...
But I think you'll like it.
I'm excited to see if I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Lucky Animals, so here we go. Devin, you're on the scene. Does that like transition into the next song on the album?
He does this thing where like every song on every single one of his albums go into each other.
I mean, in that case, we'd have to listen to the whole album.
I guess so.
What you waiting for?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
What's the message of that song, Dalton? Do you know?
I don't know. I just like it because the motorcycle part, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Huh.
the unofficial music video is just him in his backyard going like that. He's a really big nerd.
I bet. What's nerdy about that? Sorry, I mean, I'm not trying to put you on blast. I don't care.
He's just
He's a dork.
he is, yeah. He has Ziltoid that we played one time with the guy yelling about coffee.
Is that him?
That's him.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I played another song by him, Genesis. It's about
Genesis?
like the earth, the earth and stuff.
That's what I kind of gathered.
He's got a song called Earth Day.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's got a bunch. He used to be in a hardcore metal band, and he's like, I don't want to be hardcore anymore. I want to be nerdy and hardcore. So he went into prog metal.
That's pretty cool.
He has a song called you should play, if you go on We should play maybe next show. He's got a song called "Frogs Are Nice," and it's never been released on an album. It's just like
YouTube.
It's a YouTube poop basically that he made. It's just frogs are nice, and I like frogs.
That's really awesome.
And then he played it in one of his live stream shows a few weeks ago, and people were really like, "This man really just put frogs are nice into the set list, and it was still cool."
Yeah, that's really great, man. You know, we can do the weather report right now. So I walked outside.
We haven't done a weather report in ages.
Well, I'm doing the weather right now without looking at my phone because I can feel it in my knee. So outside earlier, it was like sleet. What was it even doing? It was like hailing.
Sleeting, yeah.
It was like freezing rain pretty much. It's cold out, so like if you're like me and you want to wear like multiple jackets, like if you wear a hoodie and then you wear like a thinner over jacket, you definitely want to do that. For you Carhartt and one heavy coat wearers, wear that because it is freezing out. Watch out for ice, possibly. You know, the roads get kind of bad with that freezing rain.
That's true.
I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's cloudy out. I don't know how it's going to be tomorrow. My knee hasn't told me yet. I'll wake up and know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have a question for you, Kyle.
What's up?
Not to put you on the spot, but
I don't care.
Why weren't you here last week? I got a text saying, "Hey, I'm going to be there."
Yeah.
2 hours later, "Hey, I'm not going to be there."
What happened why am I getting like nervous about talking about this?
You're in the hot seat.
I don't know.
As Joey would say.
Yeah, if Joey was here. So pretty much what happened was we were picking up a bumper pool table for our apartment, and that's another story. But we went in Michael's truck, and we drove down to Cincinnati. And Michael's truck's name's Woody. It looks like it's a farm truck. It's awesome. It was already having problems before we went down, so we started driving down, and we are just arriving in Cincinnati. We pull off the highway, and the the engine, the radiator starts like smoking because it was leaking radiator coolant. So we're stopped on the side of the road in it was an okay area, so we were hanging, and we're stopped, and we're like, okay, so we pretty much have to wait for this to cool down, then we have to put more water in it and drive back to Michael's house. So we pretty much had car trouble all day. We were literally just going to pick up the bumper pool table and then bring it back and then be home for everything. It turned into a whole day fiasco of being like, okay, we have to leave the car there, and then we went and got dinner, and it just became like a whole thing. So that's why I was like, wasn't intending on it being all day, but you know.
Did you stop at his house in Mason?
Yeah, we did.
Did you go to Kings Island?
We did not.
Have a fun time?
Yeah, I rode the Beast.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Was
sweet.
it the first time you rode the Beast?
No. I remember I went to Kings Island one time. I was super young. This was like before I knew.
I figured you'd go up to the other one up north.
So your point. See, I'm not big on roller coasters, and this is where I kind of learned that was I went to Kings Island with my cousin, and my parents took us, and it was really funny. We stayed in this like crummy hotel called the Shaker Inn. like the Shaker Inn, like you shake in. So it's called the Shaker Inn. I don't mean I probably
in Mason. There's a hotel in Mason.
Not in Mason. It's somewhere outside of Cincinnati. Hey, and Shaker Inn employees or people, I'm sorry that I'm dogging on your place, but it did smell like cigarettes when we walked in. Anyway, so pretty much we stayed there, and my cousin and I were like super excited to go to Kings Island, and like I just got there and I was like, I'm not big on the whole heights and fast and feeling the G-force. I'm just not big on that. So I learned that time at Kings Island that I'm not in for roller coasters, and then that has followed me my entire life.
How old were you?
Oh my gosh, how old was I? I have no clue.
Dude, if you don't know if you were that young, you need to ride a roller coaster again.
Dude, I went to Cedar Point with my buddies back in high school. I know I don't like them. I still remember the feeling, dude. I don't like them.
Right, Ezra?
I don't mind roller coasters, and I used to not like them.
Gosh.
See, okay, I forgot to mention that Ezra's on the show. Hey, Ezra.
Ezra, wait. Gotta go ride some roller coasters.
Well, it's just like, it's the G-force, man. I don't like the way it feels.
I do like roller coasters. I mean, I don't mind them.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I used to
Tiles
not like
line.
them, and now I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Depends
So
on the one.
See, when I was still in high school,
yeah.
we all got season passes to Kings Island.
See,
We would
that's
just go every
fun.
weekend because you could get free food because you get the
Yeah.
meal plan, right? And then you'd go what we called Larotinov,
Yeah.
which I forget how Larotinov is spelled, if I'm being honest. But it basically it was this big acronym that was like last night ride on the beast or something like that. So we would go.
Oh, you season pass to Kings Island.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we would go. We always knew people who worked there.
Yeah.
We had connections, you know?
Yes.
So we'd go wait outside the line of the beast. And then when they closed the line, we'd get in the back of the line so that we always rode the beast, the last train of every night.
That's really...
Riding the beast at night hits different.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's sweet. See, like, that whole thing where you're like, we got the season passes and we were there and, like, it was so much fun. That, to me, is, like, attractive. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that culture of being, like, into roller coasters, awesome. Like, I wish I was into it. The Beast, a sweet roller coaster. I'd be, like, all down for it. It's just, I look at it and I get on and I'm like, you know, I could never feel like that again and be okay.
Yeah. Well, those passes are pretty cheap and we live, like, 20 minutes away.
Right.
So it's just what we did.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it, man. It's just a matter of, like, I like the culture behind it, but I just can't do it. Like, and Cedar Point even has, like, food and stuff. It seems like Kings Island has more shows than Cedar
They're both
Point.
owned by the same
Right.
company. So,
But yeah, so that's the roller coaster story. I'm glad that Ashley doesn't like roller coasters because I'd be in trouble. Anyway, here's Cat Stevens after a while. That was a little tangent about the weather and roller coasters.
yeah.
So here's Wild World by Cat Stevens. So that was Cat. A really great songwriter. Definitely inspired me. I mean, the dude can just get up there and acoustic guitar and write something like that. You know what I'm saying, Dalton?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
So keeping in line of acoustic guitar players who write fantastic songs, I'm going to kick some Dylan at the listeners today. This next song is going to be Tonight I'll Be Staying Here With You. It is from the 1969 album Nashville Skyline, where Dylan really, he was going through some changes. Pretty much he kind of changed his whole vocal style. Pretty interesting, kind of weird to listen to at the beginning, but, you know, it just rocks. And he ripped a couple of these songs. He ripped this song for the Rolling Thunder Review and really revised it, but it's always cool to listen to, like, the original version, so, you know, you got an idea. Then the next song is one of my favorite songs ever written. That's just recently. It's called Boots of Spanish Leather. It's pretty much a story of two lovers that one leaves and just, like, you know, the one that's home is all devoted and stuff, and the one that's gone is not devoted. And it's a really good, sad love story. It's beautiful, pretty beautifully written. So first up, Tonight I'll Be Staying Here With You, and then Boots of Spanish Leather. And Boots of Spanish Leather is live from Carnegie Hall. So here's some Dylan for you guys.
Spanish Leather.
So, yeah, those Boots of Spanish Leather, really great song. I have to say, one of the best ever written. Yep.
Have to say it.
I do have to say it. I mean, the fact that, once again, Dylan can just get up there and take you somewhere else on an acoustic guitar is pretty insane. That was in 63, so he was a kid. Straight out of Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah, so
Minnesota.
that's so pretty much, yeah, that's Dylan. This next song, I always have to, send one out to my lovely girlfriend, Ashley. She pretty much... she showed me this song and she really likes it. So it's not, I don't know if it's rock, but it kind of rocks. It rocks.
I'm surprised you're not playing one of the Cane Toads songs.
I was about to, but maybe in a bit I'll play a Cane Toad song. I need to meet those dudes. Those guys are really cool. But yeah, so this next song is by an artist named Ricky Montgomery. I don't know if anybody's listened to him in here.
Ricky Bobby.
He's got his album covers, I think it's him with a third eye, and it's pretty sweet. So, this next song, this goes out to Ashley. I love you, and here's Mr. Loverman.
Yo, what's up, Mom?
Mama Doolin, what's up? How's it going? We're glad you're listening. It's my week, and it's not quite like on the rocks for some reason. I keep playing these like alternative songs, but you know,
Ever since you've been touched by Ashley, dude,
you know,
she's
man,
touched your music.
like really, it's like
You can look it up.
It's not even just that, Holmes. It's more of like a expanding your musical horizon too.
Nah, I'm just playing with you.
I know you are. Man.
Just teasing
Gotcha.
you. Dude, can I talk since Joey's here now?
Joey, you want to get on the mic?
We're
So
so
Joey's
popular
here
and
now.
guests.
Yeah.
We're so popular.
Say less.
Guess what I listened to for the first time last night? I listened to my first Super Mega podcast all the way through.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's goofy. I mean,
They
it's just
pretty much-
basically what they do, but they're not playing games.
Which is perfect. They pretty much some themes that were happening like over quarantine. They would pretty much go on and talk about how like. Yeah, they do that. I love their podcast, and I think it's awesome. It's actually like really cool to see the insight like
It is.
into what they're doing.
I think it's the thing about their comedy is sometimes they say stuff and I can't tell if it's a joke or not.
How can you
I
not
know.
tell? No, I always can tell. Everybody, okay, look, if you are watching Super Mega and you don't know if they're kidding, they're
They are.
kidding. They're
Yeah.
always
Yeah, I
kidding.
figure they're always kidding, but sometimes they just like. Okay, I watched them. Have you watched the most recent one?
No.
Okay, they were talking about. I
Were
don't
they-
know if I can talk about this.
Were they
on
talking
here.
about edgy stuff and saying like horrible things?
No, not really.
No, really.
No one's listening. I don't care. They were talking about how they, because in their show, Ryan tends to pull his pants down a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were talking about how they started a secret OnlyFans and just uploaded
Dude.
the uncensored videos to OnlyFans, but they didn't announce it or anything. And I was like, I can't tell if this is fake or not.
See, that has to be fake because there's.
They're
no
like,
way
yeah, we
Ryan
just
would
started an
want that.
OnlyFans, but we didn't like announce it or anything. So we were hoping somebody would find it on there.
I feel like that's more of like a.
I guess no one found it.
I guess
so.
that's more of a secret thing. Or
Yeah, but is it
something that-
true? Is it
Yeah,
true?
yeah.
Did they actually
that's
start
more,
one?
That's more
No clue.
reasonable because normally they'll say like super edgy stuff, like, but they're like making fun of people who like are insensitive or whatever. Especially like, I don't know. It's they're normally kidding when they say stuff that is out of pocket.
Oh yeah, they say edgy stuff all the time. I don't take it.
I must say,
Proceed.
I've attached myself to a new lingo, just like akin to when Kyle and I spent 2 months last year just saying, nobody asked.
Yeah.
I found my new nobody asked.
What is it?
Sheesh! It's just saying that. It's just saying sheesh. It's fine. I
Dang.
love it. That's it. No joke. I saw TikTok, and it was like, we're at a sneaker meetup. Let's see what we can finesse. And the guy like opened it. It was like
I've
it was
seen
like
these videos.
dirty penny loafers, and he's like sheesh. I just think it's so funny.
I'm glad you found something else in your
Pulling
life,
up with a
man.
Benjamin
My
Franklin.
thing is. So yeah. So but I did hear that song from Ashley. That was Mr. Loverman. So I guess on the same coin, I started listening to Father John Misty again. Have to say, kind of the same like vibe as Ricky Montgomery, but like I don't know. It's got more Dylan influence because it's like I don't know. It's awesome. So I'm playing some Father John Misty. He deserves a double feature, so I'm gonna play 2 songs from him.
Sheesh.
It's like Misty's Nightmares, and then I can't remember. It's like Only Son of a Ladies Man, something like that.
Your mama. Sheesh.
So with the Yo Mama, we're gonna start the next couple songs, and then we're gonna get right into the podcast portion. Forgot to mention the podcast portion is in like 24 minutes, so join back.
Sheesh.
We're gonna talk about our lives. I'm gonna talk about my life. Dalton's
Already
probably
know
gonna
the vibes. There's that bussin'. Shoo, sheesh.
buzzing. And also check out our merch store. It just started, so
We do not have a merch
use
store.
DoolinDalton.@com.
Bro, hold up.
All right, let's go
Use
to the next song.
use discount code Orbeez for 50% off.
use discount code @bro.com.
Oh my god. Chill.
www.tacobellsoundeffect.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Here's Father John Misty.
I'm sure it came out. Oh, what's
Welcome to Doolin, Dalton and the Songbird. This is the Songbird here. We got Joey on the show. We also have Dalton over here. What's up, Dalton?
Stalking. You just turn my mic on.
My mic is falling down. Give me a second. The last song was Smackwater Jack by Carole King. Very solid album. That album was pretty important for like songwriters like James Taylor and those guys because like at that point like these people are like churning out songs for other people and then writing an album finally for themselves is pretty solid and doing well. It's like I think that's what happened to like Neil Diamond. But anyway, so what's up, guys?
Yeah.
We're talking. We're on the show. We're back. We're doing good.
Kyle's back. We've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been new.
It's just been it's been a long.
Boom, 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 boom.
I want to say this earlier, but I didn't get my word in because you were monologuing. But speaking of James Taylor, he won a Grammy yesterday.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I did not expect that. I was looking through the winners. And I was like, James Taylor won a Grammy? What the heck?
He's a solid artist, man. He's actually playing at Blossom up where I live. It's kind of cool.
I mean, I'm not saying that as in like I think he's a bad artist. He's one of my favorite singer-songwriters of all time. But,
Oh
like,
no, I know.
I was just like, oh, he's still like, making music and winning Grammys.
He has a live album with Carole King, and it's just them, like acoustic guitar, like smaller band, with Carole King on keys, and like she's a fantastic piano player. And they just do this really intimate concert that's really awesome, and like they're friends, so they like are vibing and everything. Just a great check out. Yeah, I can't remember what it.
Vibing.
Is it bussin', Kyle?
It is buzzing. It's buzzing.
It's buzzing.
Well, so some occurrences have happened in my life. I actually found a job. Praise the Lord. I got a job at CVS as a sales associate.
Are you working with Miles?
No, I'm not working at that CVS.
He's stealing vaccines.
Literally, I'm working at the CVS adjacent to that one. It's on Broad Street rather than on Main.
That's wild.
So I'm working there. I've been having problems with the Les Paul too. So here comes the Gibson rant. So look, what Fender has been doing and has done for a million years has always worked, man. They're trying to recreate the guitars they made in 1964, making minor tweaks to make them like for modern players, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they haven't changed much from 64 to now, other than like they've added a couple series where it's like, or the player series, which are like you could get a good one or you could get a bad one, it just depends. So Gibson, what they did was, instead of doing the thing that everybody wants, which is pretty much just Jimmy Page's guitar, they decided to innovate horrible innovations, which, I mean, they got creative. They tried the automatic tuners, and they tried the automatic tuners. And now another thing that they tried, and the not mother of pearl inlay, that's kind of stupid. You pay that much money for a guitar, you should get real pearl in your fretboard. Another thing that I have noticed, so my guitar, one of the volume pots went out, so like the knobs that controls your volume, that went bad. So I was like, okay, it'll be simple. I just have to take the pot out and put it into, I have to just replace it pretty much.
Yeah, wires.
So, just wires, simple solder and everything. I look up a couple videos of how to do it, and I'm like, this is super easy. Like, I can totally do this. I open up my Les Paul. It has a circuit board with all the pots connected together. Not like a circuit, like with open, where you can take each individual one out. It's a circuit board that you have to take the whole apparatus out. You can't take off the pots from the circuit board. Sorry, I hit the mic. You can't take the pots off from the circuit board. So it's either one. It's pretty much this. One goes bad, and you have to rewire the entire thing.
You can't.
No.
You can't just.
That's tough.
Why can't you just take the one off?
Because I tried. It has I unscrewed the part that was supposed to come off because it's soldered to the circuit board.
Okay, unsolder it and then solder it back.
Well, it's knob.
It's connected. It's not a knob. It's the pot underneath. And it's not just soldered to it. It's connected to the circuit board.
I feel like there might be something connected to the circuit board that probably needs rewired.
Well, it's the pot, dude. It's the pot that's like...
It's the pot, man.
It's the potentiometer. I'm going to say that now. It's the potentiometer that is broken. So that is just lazy, number one. Like, literally creating a circuit board, and then, like, you plug your pickups into it. I'm like, please just give me a wired setup, not plug and play. I want, like, a real, like, circuit in my guitar. So I had to take it to this guy by the name of Craig. So remember the guy I took my Les Paul to last time?
Was it him?
It was not him.
Different shop?
Same shop?
Let me
person?
tell you. So I'm not taking lessons with Doug, and Doug recommended I go to this guy named Craig. So Craig apparently trained Sean, the guy I went to last time. So this guy's Yoda to the guy.
The other guy was kind of older though.
He was older, but he was an older guy. So I took my guitar now to Craig, and I'm gonna have to get the entire thing rewired.
Did he give you an estimation?
Yes.
What was it? Really?
It was a lot.
I
But-
figured it wouldn't be that bad. I figured that was just like, okay, I just gotta take this off and then.
Because I still want to keep my pickups, but the pickups have a stupid clip, so he's got to like snip that clip off, probably rewire the whole and rewire the whole thing, new solder points since there are none. It's just a circuit board and it plugs in. So he's gonna have to redo the entire guitar's apparatus on the inside. So kind of hurt, honestly. A lot of money to do.
What's the estimation?
It's not an estimate. It's what it's gonna be.
What's it gonna be?
It's gonna be so. It's. I don't want to tell you, bro.
I want to know.
It's okay. It's gonna be literally $275 to do.
Okay, that's not.
Dude,
That's high, but not awful.
Yeah.
no, that's kind of awful. Like I was thinking I'd get away with like 150 or something like that.
Cheapskate.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I figured that's the
I'm-
low.
But what Doug? But I was talking to the guy, and he was like, he seems like he like knows what he's doing though. So I'm like really happy that I'm going to him. I'd be okay with Sean too, but Doug was like, go to this guy. Apparently there are these things called orange drop capacitors, which are certain elements of the circuit that were put in the Les Pauls like back in the day, and they for some reason have stopped using them. So he's putting those awesome capacitors in. He's putting new knobs and stuff, and what he's doing is all my knobs on my Les Paul, you can pull them out to access like different tonal varieties. Like you can coil tap, so instead of having my humbucker, if I coil tap it, it's a single coil and it'll sound like a Strat. Does that make sense? Or like closer to a Strat. And then the other knob that he's doing, the other function that it'll have is it'll have a flip polarity. So Dalton, you know about polarity. So the pickups are like that too. So Joe, the guitar pickups when you're on the middle pickup of a Les Paul, they're usually the polarity is the same or is different. So it won't cancel out the signal from each pickup in the amp. So there is a function that you can get, and you flip the polarity, so both of them are going the same way. So some frequencies are like, and it gets quacky, and it sounds really cool. So that's the Peter Green. That's like the early Fleetwood Mac tone. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm getting a set volume pots so they don't wear out as easy, and then I'm getting the coil tap, which is like the single coil Strat sound, and then I'm getting the the polarity thing. So I'm essentially keeping most of the stuff, except I'm getting more durable pots. So that's pretty much my Les Paul trouble, and I'm like going through like the realization.
He just explained all of that, and he was like, "Yeah, $275 too much."
It is too much. It's not
Bro,
too.
You're
look,
buying the parts, his time, and his work,
his time is definitely worth that money though, because he's like a master.
and
He's
his
Yoda.
work.
Yeah.
He's Yoda. He's Yoda.
Craft.
So that's like that's a decent price. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it yourself.
No, I couldn't.
Bro, you don't know how to install a single coil wire tap?
No.
Whatever that
Can you
is.
call yourself a guitarist?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm
Oh,
kind
I
of.
forgot to record this. There's no video for this right now.
Oh.
Dang, that sucks.
I'll set it up right now. It'll be a little late.
So I guess talking to you guys about it is like making me feel better about it, but like still $275. That's coming right out of the stimulus.
I mean,
excited, dude.
Stimmy.
time.
So I'll go to school, but hey, I'll be like, yeah, I got a stimmy.
But yeah, so that's my trouble with my Les Paul, and I'm going through the realization that I'm gonna have to play my Strat for all week. And just a quick shout out, like to not to Ezra, to the universe. Crew is actually doing like this drive-in concert thing. It's not a concert, but it's a night of worship. So if you want to come out and see some live music, Ezra and I are gonna be playing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, But I'm not gonna have my Strat for every rehearsal, and I'm gonna roll in with my Les Paul day of the performance, and it's gonna be pretty insane.
When did you get a Strat?
Oh, did I not tell you about my Strat?
No.
Well, I got a Strat, Joey. So
You were telling me this story about your Les Paul, and I was like, why haven't you just bought a new guitar?
because
Yeah, I feel like you've got this repaired enough to like the point where like you could have just bought a new guitar.
the thing is like that Les Paul, like it plays super well, and it's worth fixing because it's a quality instrument. It's a Gibson. So yeah, no, I did get a Strat. For everybody who didn't know, I have a Strat too. That's short for Stratocaster, made by Leo Fender.
I would commit grand larceny for butterscotch blonde Telecaster.
Yeah, Tellys are. See, everybody else in our suite has Tellys.
Doesn't Josh have a Jaguar?
Josh has a Jaguar. He's a really nice Jaguar. It's Seafoam. Ezra, his Telly is a. It's
It's like baby blue, isn't it? Surf green. I remember seeing it before, but
so pretty much, Ezra's guitar is a Seafoam Telecaster, but it doesn't have a maple neck. It has an all rosewood neck.
I remember it being distinctly very beautiful.
So it's pretty sweet. Then Michael has a.
He's like a Mexican Strat, doesn't he?
He does, and it is painted like psychedelic and
he showed me
sweet.
the photos, and I was like, that is awesome.
So I have my Strat is made in Mexico, but it's like a deluxe, and it's super nice. I got a really good price. The reason why I was so low is because it has a giant like chip in the bottom, but like nobody's gonna see that. Plus, I'm thinking about like painting over it like baby blue because I like baby blue a lot, and I want to do something else with it. You say Sonic Blue? That's what I'm thinking. Sonic Blue's
Sonic
like.
Chew.
But yeah, so that's my guitar trouble. I like my Strat, but man, it just does not have like the guts the Les Paul does. Man, it doesn't do the same.
Y'all rocking with a 1960s Harmony classical acoustic guitar?
That's sweet.
Sheesh.
Joey, I actually forgot. I have Ashley's old steel string. Do you want it still?
Yes, I do want it.
Okay,
still.
I'm sorry. It's
He told me about that like September, and I was like,
well, after we get off the show, I can literally run up to. If you follow me back to college, I can run upstairs and you can wait, and I can just bring it out to you.
You buying it?
No.
He's getting it?
Yeah, he's just getting it. See,
like,
this is in Ashley's words. It's the sisterhood of the traveling guitar. It just goes away for free.
I can respect that, but like you told me about that like September of last year, and I always remember. But I am really bad. Like if I ever have a job interview, this is my weakness. If somebody tells me something or they'll do something or I ask them to do something, they say yes. If they forget about it, I just will not like bring it up. I just won't.
Okay.
Dude, I do the opposite. I make sure to bring it up. I'll be like, I want this thing.
In my room,
I know you forgot, and I'm going to make sure that I get it.
If I ask Kyle, like, dude, I need a kidney, he's like, sure, I'll spot you. And like, he forgot. Like, I would just die. I would just die in my deathbed.
Sure, I'll spot you a kidney.
I'd be dying. It's like, remember when you had me a kidney?
Yeah. Well, no, I have that. If you want to follow me back, I can give it to you. And I'm sure Ashley is listening, and she'll be happy about it because she's been trying to remind me to give it to you. And I'm like, oh yeah, I will. And then I just forget because I get busy.
He just forgets.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, man. It's rough. You know, I gotta do laundry. I'm like up to my neck in projects. We are music tech guys. Joey,
that's why you gotta get it done
I stayed up
early,
all night
dog.
writing a 6-page case study.
I was about to say, Joey, you probably are too, like with education, and then like, you know, I know like all the tech guys, we're all like, we have a mimic the mix, and then we have all this bullcrap due.
Dude, that is a rough project. And that's probably the hardest one we've done so far.
Yeah.
I might be doing some recording soon.
That's sweet.
Carter messaged me and he was like, hey, would you want to play trumpet for me? And then he's like, I pay you. And I was like, dude, I'll do it for free. I don't care. You don't have to pay me. I'll do it. But I always get really excited when people are like, do you want to play trumpet? And I'm like, of course I do.
I kind of want to record a polka song. But I don't know how. I don't know.
There's like a Balkan orchestra of like all women, and they all wear like striped shirts and like red shorts, and like they just play polka music, and it's really good. I forget what they're called. It's something Balkan orchestra.
I kind of love polka music. I'm Polish.
I got a song for you next week. You better be here.
Okay, I'll try my best, man.
I know it's really hard for you to be here, but
so polka music, man, there's a song in polka, and it's called There Ain't No Beer in Heaven, so we have to drink it all here. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. The polka music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't see my face. Another thing I've noticed with these masks is like I use a lot of like gestures with my mouth, and like I make faces. So like when I'm talking to people and like I'm not saying anything, normally I'm like trying to convey messages with my mouth. Because today I was like, I was talking to my boss at CVS, and I was like I was like making faces, not really talking, and like I like, you know, when you shake your head and you give like an affirmative thing, like I was doing that, but like, you know, obviously I can't see my face. That's cool though.
When did you start working at CVS?
I haven't started yet. I got hired.
Today?
No, not today.
Yesterday?
I got hired a while ago. I got hired like a week ago. And now I'm doing like now I'm doing like the onboarding stuff. So my first like the training is on Friday, and then my first day is on Sunday.
What do you have to train for CVS?
It's pretty much just like, all right, here's how to run the computer, here's how to stock the shelf. Like it's not.
They pay well?
Yes, I mean like better than most.
I'm hoping I get an internship.
That's gonna be sweet.
This week.
I might be trying to create a work study position, because I applied to be a part of the social media team for the Capitol bands, and Nat Hickman, he wanted like, he told Dr. Gershon like he wanted me to like be with him, like he wanted to work with me, and I was like, oh, sweet. But I think Dr. Gershon went with somebody else because he was Pro Tools certified, and he wanted somebody who's Pro Tools certified. But Nat was like, you know, I'm getting like a lot of like requests and stuff to like do like social media for like the jazz program or the choir, and like they want me to do it over the summer, and that's a lot. So like if you wanted to talk to like the jazz guy and like be like, hey, I'm interested in doing this, and like you could probably get on like a work study position super easily. So I sent an email out today. I'm going to try to do that, and I'm also going to try to do an internship next semester as well.
That's insane. You know, it's so weird, like the change of like tone of like, you know, us freshman year starting out talking on the podcast about like goober and stuff. Now we're all talking about getting jobs and like internships and like work studies.
We're becoming losers.
Yeah. Look, if there's a kid out there who's taking up
Never grow up.
Never
grow up.
Dude, no, in a weird way, if you're a musician, you're not. Like you have to keep that like creative, like kind of thing. You gotta be
I'm excited for mine if I get it. I'll be helping this. I've talked to Kyle about this on off air, but I'll be helping organize nonprofit organization try and start a podcast.
That's sweet, man.
Which I mean, I could easily do.
Dude, yeah, just put compression on those bad boys and
Well, we were talking about gear and stuff. They don't even have.
Oh, so it's like that.
They have stuff, but they don't still. You know what I'm saying?
So you have to quote them on some stuff.
Well, I don't know. Depending on when I get it, they said that they'd probably bring me in and we'll just do a rundown of what we have and what we don't have and what we need and stuff like that.
You know, it's a really intuitive, like, interesting little mixer that is perfect for like podcasting. Yeah. That Rodecaster by Rode Mics. It's a little. You should look into this if you're
really. I'm really just hoping they have something that has 4 inputs, because like 4, that's all you need.
Well, yeah, really. I mean, it depends on how many people. If you're gonna have 2 people,
and they said they wanted to do mostly Zoom stuff for guests, so I was like, 4 inputs at most, and then you can always plug something in.
If you need like a good board that's like a little guy and has like a soundboard and stuff, which is fun, the Rodecaster is like a great option. They were giving them away for a while, and you know I entered to win, but that didn't happen. But like literally for this kind of stuff, perfect, absolutely perfect. It has like I think it has 4 inputs and then probably like a phone jack.
That's
like
perfect,
5.
Literally perfect.
So it's just that would be great for everything. But
because you just need the plug. I just need to get 4. At most 4 mics into Logic, and then plug a Zoom, another computer running Zoom.
Just check that out. What's up, Joey?
I have 2 things. I'll say the most relevant thing first, and then the least relevant thing second.
Okay.
First, I'm excited to apply for my internship. I'm going to be trying to get an internship with Jazz Arts Group.
Oh,
right here in Columbus.
That's sweet.
It will be sweet, and I'm really excited if that will happen. Because I went up to the big band director, and I was like, hey, does Jazz Arts Group do internships? He's like, oh, yeah, after COVID, for sure. You should do that. I was like, oh, I will. Because ultimately, I want to go to grad school and I want to be a graduate assistant so I can go to school for free, and I need to build a nice portfolio.
Okay.
And the second thing I wanted to say, the least topical, was I learned something very interesting about my personal Shure SM57 that I have.
Okay, let's hear it.
We were doing big band, and like I had like my microphone with me in the practice room,
Yeah.
and Gunner came in after we were over because he wanted to get food, and he picked up my SM57 and he's like, "Yeah, sure, this isn't fake." And he goes to twist because this twists on an SM57, and he's like, "Yeah, Liam told me if it doesn't twist, it's fake." And he picked it up, and it didn't twist. So that's how I learned that after having my SM57 for like half a year now. That's how I learned it was fake.
I mean, does it
How much
work?
did you pay for it?
I bought it. It was brand new in a box. I went to my local music store.
What?
Yep. Pay full
Are you
price.
sure that's a true thing?
Yes.
Did you look it up?
Yes, it's a true thing.
Pay
What-
for, so $100? Who would
About
sell a fake
90.
one?
What I think happened, I think Liam said this, is somebody probably bought it from the store because the body itself is legit. Like everything is there. And like if you look up like fake SM57 versus a real one, like the body itself, it looks like a real one. The only thing that would tell you is like if you didn't know the spins. which I
Does it
didn't.
still have all the same parts?
I'm not sure. But
I mean, this does sounds.
I mean, I've never noticed it sounded bad, but
That's so infuriating.
what I think, or what Liam thought happened, I guess is what I think, is somebody bought it, switched out like the diaphragm inside of it,
Yeah.
and then returned it. They probably switched it out for like a really cheap, crappy microphone.
Look. This
Out of all the mics to do, well, I guess it's because it's popular.
it's easy just to get away with
Yeah.
it. You know,
I think you. I would think you would do it with a more expensive mic, but
no.
They didn't have any. They didn't have any expensive mics. Like that's probably the SM57 and the. I think they had a beta, like the.
So the two dynamic mics.
Yeah,
Look, if
nothing good.
musicians and like music associated acts, look guys, we have to be in it together. Like this is a rant. Like, dude, I'm so mad. Look, if you're trying to scout people, I feel like the music tech, everything should be lowered. The prices just need to be lowered, because like we're not gonna be able to buy the product if it's like, you know, a $1,400 Telefunken microphone.
it is kind of ironic how like you always hear stories, and it's not really a story. It's true that like, oh yeah, the music industry, you don't make a lot of money in it or whatever unless you're like some like super high selling, ultra worldwide touring musician or
Yeah.
whatever. And then it's like, oh, but here, buy this like $50,000.
The reason
thing.
everybody's broke is because the only way to get a good sound is like paying $5,000 for a, you know, a U87. It's like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Bass,
It-
Kyle.
And the thing is, yeah, and the thing is like they know that like you're gonna put away $10 every paycheck for 14 years, and then you're gonna save up for that U87. And finally, when you get it, you're gonna be like, all right, what's the next mic? Okay, I need to get some shotgun mics. It's ridiculous. That's why I gotta work for a studio that's already established the money.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
And
But-
borrow it.
But that's horrible, because I feel like that access to like good microphones should be available to everybody. And trust me, there's mics that are like good and they're
Affordable.
right. There's plenty of that stuff, but like if you want to really get to that next level, you're not going to be able to afford a, you know, Universal Audio preamp that's like $12,000 for 2 inputs. You're not going to be able to afford that. You're barely going to be able to afford the console an analog console like that. So I'm just saying, man, like other musicians scalping other musicians and scamming them on like literally 57s. Come on, we gotta have some trust.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like just a 57, bro.
We gotta have some
Chill.
trust in the music industry. Like, come on, like you're looking out for your brothers and sisters, and
He
like,
really said I wanted that free 57 capsule.
that's so dumb.
Like
It's
that-
like, dude.
Cause like there's no like, cause like this is like a reputable music store. Like so like they had to like there's no shot they like got it from a supplier that sold them a fake SM57. Cause like, you know.
No, because there's trust. There's trust. There's trust that if you bring it
We
back,
should do a mic shootout with it. See if we can tell the difference.
Like I said, I never noticed like it sounded bad. Like anytime I'm on a Zoom call when I'm talking to other people, like, oh, you
Yeah, you used it on our show too.
Yeah.
For when the power was out, it sounds fine.
Man, that's so infuriating, man. Come on, we gotta have each other's back.
And also another thing is the wires were like really shoddy inside of it because I had opened it up to look inside of it, and one of the wires came like off the terminal, and I had to like sit next to Liam in Studio A as he like soldered it back together. I was just sitting there like, I was like the little brother watching his big brother play the video game. Yeah. I was just sitting there like, oh wow. Then I hugged Liam and said, "Thanks for fixing my fake SM57. I appreciate it."
Just come on, people. Let's just spread some love. I think that's what we need right now.
I might have to bow out like 5 minutes early because I have a Zoom thing at 7.
That's cool. Go ahead, man.
Are you free at 8? Like an hour from now?
At 8?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Because
like let me know when. Just text me and let me know when you're like outside, and I'll just bring it down to you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I got to do some stuff tonight too.
Thanks for having me. I'll let you guys wrap up.
Yeah, we will, man.
Peace, love,
love
prosperity.
Please stop scamming people. Like we have to come together against the man.
Don't take SM57 diaphragms and capsules and keep them for your own personal gain. It's kind of cringe.
It's super cringe. Like, we're like in it together, honestly. Like the reason somebody would do that is because of big business, but in reality, you're still hurting, man. You're hurting us.
Bye, Joey.
Bye, Joey. Just annoying. I cannot actually believe that.
Yeah.
I could sit here and go.
I didn't know that about the capsule thing.
I didn't know that either. I mean, I didn't have a 57. I have a 58. And I use it as a 57. Pretty much, you're better off just buying a 58. It has a windscreen. Like, what are you losing there?
It's true.
Unless you're like strictly like, all right, I want this for Tom.
I might get a 57. What are you gonna buy with your stimmy?
Repairs on this guitar and then repairs on my mandolin.
Really?
Yeah, my mandolin's got dead frets.
So what are you gonna do with the other $1,000?
I'm hopefully going to put it on a down payment for an apartment.
Here you go. That's smart. I think I'm gonna buy some studio monitors.
You should.
I've been talking about it for like a year.
Dude, JBLs, man. Can't go
I know.
wrong.
I don't know if I want to get the 8s or the 5s.
What do you mean?
Like how big they are. Like 5 inches or 8 inches.
Dude, honestly.
Like how big do you think these are? Are those 8s, you think?
8s.
Then I'd probably get 5. I can't get those.
You need to get 5s.
Okay.
Because
hey, it's cheaper. I'll take it.
Yeah, 5s, they'll be good for like a...
I want to go to like Sam Ash and see how big they are.
Yeah. That's
because I was like dead set like, 8. But then I was looking at these the other day and I was like, that might be 8. That's way too big. I do not need that.
That is about as big as a ruler, dude.
But also it's an investment,
It is
so it's like, do I get the 8s and just have big ones,
Dalton, Here's my thing to you, man. When are you going to have a desk as big as this?
I have one in my house.
As big as this?
Not nearly as big as this, but a room. I would have room for 8s.
Well, then in that case, you're going to have to invest in stands that like stand off the ground.
Yeah, I know. I got to get the little things that...
Just get the 5s, man. You can't go wrong. It's like, these are going to be lower bass response.
Okay.
If you want bass response, dude, just get a sub.
Okay, but what if... Do I get JBL 5s or do I get the Yamaha 5s? Because normally you get the white Yamaha, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And people sound, they're not the best sounding, but that's the whole point, because then you make them sound good on them. They sound good and everything.
No.
But then when I get bigger ones, those can be the Yamahas can be my Bs. My bigger ones can be my As. You know what I'm saying? It's an investment.
Look, man, I'm under the impression you should get the good sounding ones because, like, just for yourself, and then you can get the crappy Yamahas that, like, sound mediocre. I think you should get the better ones.
It's gonna be an investment.
It is.
I'm waiting for that stimulus, and then there's going to be a trip to Sam Asher Guitar Center right afterwards, and then I'm not going to buy it from there because it's definitely cheaper to get them online.
Yeah, we were really quick. We were like ranking like how evil guitar stores are. We're like, so we have like Chicago Music Exchange is like super like commercial, but like they're like the best ever because they have the impression of like a mom and pop shop. Then it's Elderly Instruments, and then it's every single mom and pop guitar store ever created. Then it's Sam Ash and like Sweetwater are kind of on the same level, and Guitar Center is just like pure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, but it's 7:00.
We gotta head out.
We're gonna bail. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to On the Rocks with
Doolin, Dalton,
and the Songbird. We'll see you back here, same time, same place. Mondays now. No, not Wednesdays anymore. So everybody, just take it easy, spread some love. Do not scam people of 57s. We're musicians. We're all in the same world. So please just help us out, and everybody take it easy. We'll see you next week.